Walk through any hardware store today and you'll see shelves filled with modern wood sealants. Bright labels promise miracle protection from water, rot, insects, and time itself. These products claim they can preserve wood for decades with a single application. But history tells a very different story. Long before factories, chemical formulas, and mass production, medieval builders were preserving timber in ways that often outperform modern sealants, even today. Their structures still stand, not because of luck, but because of knowledge that has quietly faded from common use. In the medieval world, wood was not just another building material, it was the backbone of survival. Homes, barns, bridges, ships, tools, carts, and defenses all depended on timber. Entire communities relied on it for warmth, transport, and security. When wood failed, roofs collapsed, ships leaked, and livelihoods were lost. Builders were forced to understand wood deeply, especially in damp climates where rot, fungi, and insects were constant threats. Rather than fighting nature with harsh chemicals, medieval craftsmen learned by observing it. They noticed that certain trees resisted decay longer than others. They saw that fallen logs in shaded forests rotted quickly, while timber kept dry and ventilated endured. Over generations, this observation turned into method. The goal was not to coat wood, but to change it from the inside, making it naturally resistant to the elements. The foundation of medieval wood preservation rested on patience. Timber was never rushed into use. After cutting, it was stacked under cover, protected from rain but exposed to airflow. This slow seasoning process could take months or even years. By allowing moisture to leave the wood gradually, the fibers relaxed instead of cracking. The result was timber that was stable long before any treatment began. Selection mattered just as much as drying. Medieval carpenters favored slow-grown trees with tight growth rings. These trees absorbed less water and resisted splitting. Sapwood, which decays faster, was often removed, leaving behind the denser heartwood. Knots were minimized whenever possible, reducing weak points where moisture could collect. Every choice increased the wood's natural resistance before treatment ever touched it. Once the timber was properly prepared, heat became the next critical step. Before applying oils, the wood was gently warmed. This was done near hearths, kilns, or controlled fires. Never hot enough to burn, but warm enough to open the pores of the wood. Heat allowed treatments to penetrate deeply rather than sitting on the surface. This step, largely ignored in modern woodworking, was one of the most important reasons medieval methods were so effective. With the wood warmed, natural oils were applied slowly and deliberately. The most commonly used oil was linseed oil, often boiled or thickened. Unlike modern sealants that form a brittle outer shell, linseed oil penetrates the fibers and hardens from within. It polymerizes slowly, reinforcing the internal structure while remaining flexible enough to move with changes in humidity and temperature. Application was never rushed. Craftsmen applied oil in stages, allowing each coat to soak in fully before adding the next. Sometimes days or weeks passed between applications. This gradual process created deep saturation, sealing pathways where moisture would otherwise travel. Over time, the wood became water-resistant from the inside out, rather than relying on a fragile surface layer. In harsher environments, oils were reinforced with natural resins and waxes. Pine resin added antimicrobial protection and helped repel insects. Beeswax increased water resistance while still allowing the wood to breathe. These materials were melted gently and applied warm, bonding with the oil-soaked fibers beneath. As they cooled, they hardened into a protective barrier that flexed with the wood instead of cracking away from it. The brilliance of this system was how it worked with nature rather than against it. Wood naturally expands and contracts as humidity changes. Modern coatings often fail because they resist this movement. Medieval treatments moved with the wood, preventing cracks, peeling, and trapped moisture. This is why timber treated in this way could survive decades of exposure and, in many cases, centuries. Today, this ancient knowledge is far from obsolete. Restoration experts still rely on oil and heat-based treatments when repairing historic ships and timber-framed buildings. Homesteaders and survivalists use these methods to preserve fence posts, tool handles, outdoor furniture, and shelter materials without relying on industrial chemicals. The materials are simple, renewable, and accessible, even when modern supply chains fail. Applying this method today requires no special equipment. Properly dried timber is gently heated using sunlight, a wood stove, or a low-temperature kiln. Boiled linseed oil is applied in multiple coats, each allowed to soak in completely. For outdoor use, pine resin or beeswax can be added for extra protection. Over time, the wood develops a deep, rich color and an exceptional resistance to moisture and decay. What medieval wood treatment teaches us is not just a technique, but a mindset. Durability comes from patience, observation, and respect for materials. Modern sealants promise quick results, but history proves that slow, deliberate processes produce outcomes that truly stand the test of time. By reviving these forgotten methods, you are doing more than preserving wood. You are reconnecting with knowledge that helped societies survive harsh climates, limited resources, and centuries of continuous use. It is a reminder that some of the most effective solutions were discovered long before modern technology existed. This is the kind of practical history that still matters today. Skills that endure when convenience fails. Knowledge that remains useful whether you're restoring a historic structure, building for the future, or preparing for self. This is the legacy of forgotten craftsmanship, and it continues to prove its worth, one piece of timber at a time. What makes these medieval techniques so powerful is their simplicity and patience. Builders worked with nature, not against it, creating wood that strengthened with time instead of failing under it. By using these methods today, you're reclaiming proven knowledge that supported survival long before modern chemicals existed. That's what Forgotten Survival is about, preserving practical wisdom that history already tested and bringing it back for those who value self-reliance and durability. If this kind of knowledge matters to you, subscribe to Forgotten Survival and stay with us as we uncover more forgotten techniques that still have the power to outlast the modern world.